Here we are, the party's been in the making for some 4 years, and between the presidential candidates, the Senate and the House candidates, we've spent more money on elections than they make in most third world countries. Have we accomplished anything? Is this going to affect the economy at all?
We'll see on Wednesday, won't we? Maybe.
Maybe Wednesday.
Depends on how
That's the
close
problem,
it is, right? I don't really think there's many surprises that are being predicted as far as the results. But let's start with the economy first. I'm not really good on politics. So.
Oh, don't kid yourself. Okay, let's start with the economy, because right now the market's flat because they're waiting. They're waiting. But there is an undertow of some positivity.
Yeah, the ISM is a very widely accepted index of various economic indicators, and it came in at 54. What's significant about that number is anything over 50 is usually pretty good. Now, the fact that it's close to 50 just echoes what we've talked about the last couple of months, that the economy is just still crawling along. But as long as it's over 50, it shows that there is some expansion going on. So both parties can use this, as they always have, to push their agenda.
We have a bit of anomaly on the East Coast right now.
Yeah.
Gasoline prices are actually going down a little bit because the demand is lower because a lot of people can't drive around, but the supply is extremely short out there. Sandy is creating some topsy-turvy economies of scale.
Yeah, it is, and this is the interesting thing. On many levels, and I'm from the Northeast, so I have friends and family who have been affected by this, and it's pretty bad. I know that I have friends who are still without power. They won't be getting power back for at least a week. And the trickle-down effect of this is enormous. I mean, these are folks that can't get into work, they don't spend money going out to lunch, they don't shop, so there's a lot of ancillary effects of this, and I just hope that politics doesn't get in the way here and they allow the money and the resources to get where they're supposed to get. I've heard reports this morning of aid and workers coming in, and they're being turned away for various reasons, and I hope that the greater good will prevail here.
Well, the holiday season's coming up, so one would think, at least in the retail sector, that some of that will pick up as the shopping starts. But it's going to take maybe up to 10 more days to get the electricity onto some of the stores.
Yeah.
A lot of things that this election does that affects the United States, but also world, right?
Yeah, and I bring this up. Well, obviously, we have our election tomorrow, but there's a huge meeting in China at the end of the week, and we all know the outcome. We all know, which party is going to win, but they are going to announce the new generation of leaders.
You're talking about we know which party in China is going to win.
We know which party, that's right. We know which party in China will win. I don't think that's in doubt. But they're still going to go through with the pomp and circumstance of this People's Congress. They're going to announce the new leaders for the next generation, and that clearly will impact how the markets and the U.S. government responds to the new leadership in China. But again, they've been pretty coy, and they've kind of leaked out and telegraphed what's happening. However, there's still more issues in Europe, and we haven't talked about this the last couple of weeks, but it's still there. There's all kinds of legislative votes being taken this week that will determine whether countries like Greece will get more European aid, help them get back on their feet, and that actually can have some some primary effects going through next week.
Let's talk about jets. In a positive
Not
way.
my jets.
The Dreamliner,
Yes,
let's talk about Boeing, not your jets.
It's been a tough campaign season, it's been a tough couple of weeks. However, this is a feel-good story. You mentioned that the Dreamliner took off yesterday. It just goes to show how great America is and what we can do if we set our mind to it. I mean, it's a beautiful aircraft. It's gone through testing. It's fantastic. Let all the leaders watch this footage and realize that we can do whatever we want to do if we set our minds to it.
We're still on number one.
That's right.
And we didn't fumble.
And that's right.
Steve Muden, every week, we won't touch football.
No, please not.
But we will be back in a minute.